what are renewable resources and what are non-renewable resources? So renewable resources are the resources which can be replaced by the nature, and non-renewable resources are the resources which cannot be replaced. These are having very slow process, and they are existing in fixed amount only. That is why again and again we are told to use the petrols and diesels. We should not waste them. We should, whenever there is a traffic, we should off the vehicle so that we don't waste the petrols and diesels. Okay, then we also get different minerals such as metallic minerals, non-metallic minerals, and gemstones in the earth's crust. Okay, in the earth's crust, these are the materials that we have discussed in the previous lecture about the metallic minerals, non-metallic minerals, and gemstones that we are getting from the earth's crust, that is lithosphere. So when we are digging or mining takes place, in that mining we are getting different types of minerals and ores, and they need to be extracted, they need to be purified, and you are getting the metallic or non-metallic ores. Now let us talk about the forest resources. As you all know, forest resources, an extensive area of the land which is covered with lot of plants are called as forest. So you must have seen forest. It is a natural habitat where you can see the many plants are there, many animals are there, microbes are there. So on our land, 30% of land is covered with the help of forest. So what is a forest? Basically, forest is an extensive area of land which is covered with lot of plants and um, animals and microbes. So this is basically about the forest. So the whenever you feel the forest, the same picture comes in your mind. So there are some protective, nowadays what actually happens, there is taking place of deforestation. Okay, deforestation hota hai. So what happens, due to the increasing population, peoples are moving towards the forest, they are cutting down the forest for their purposes, and they increase the industrial scale for the income. So this is not proper to for this is not proper way to find the solution for the increased population. So we should protect the forest. How can we protect the forest? As you all know that we have to protect. If we don't protect the forest, what will happen? The soil erosion will take place, floods will take place, then rate of evaporation will reduce, then we cannot protect the wildlife will come to an end, then the balance of the atmospheric gas will be not proper. So the whole everything will disturb when the forest are cut down. So forest helps to improve the maintenance of the quality of the environment. Okay, if forests are there, then only the quality of the environment can be maintained. So we should not cut the forest. If we are cutting the forest, um, we are killing the animals and the plants in one way. Okay, now here we can see that there are some different medicinal plants which are found in the forest and which are used for medicinal purposes. Okay, there are many medicinal plants which are used for medicinal purposes. For example, adulsa, bale, neem, periwinkle, cinnamon. These are some of the plants which are medicinal plants, and these plants are used for treatment of cough, cold, diarrhea, fever, cancer. All these diseases are cured by these types of medicinal plants, and all these medicinal plants we are getting from uh, forest only. Okay, so one more thing we are getting from forest, that is wood. Okay, as you all know that people nowadays are making furnitures of wood, and they are making farming implements, they are making various articles, even for construction work the wood is used. So the forest wealth also is one of the wealth which includes fiber, paper, rubber, gum, aromatic substances. So all these things we are getting from forest. So we have studied in standard 6 about the rubber and the gum that we are getting from plants, and even we have studied about aromatic substances. Aromatic substances means scent, fragrant, essential oils also we are getting from these types of plants. And all this things are used for making different cosmetics and essence sticks, which we are using for doing the puja in our house. So we can conserve the plants by not cutting the trees, planting more and more trees, and trying to find out the solution instead of deforestation. So in this way we can find the solution for forest resources. Okay. In the oceans also, when the dead animals and the plants, they are died and they get buried on the ocean floors, they are formed afterwards. They are taking 50 to 100 million years to go through this process, and afterwards the oil gas gets deposited in the depth of the ocean. So when you drill down the layers of the land, silt and rock, you reach the formation of that oil and gas which is deposited, and this process takes about 10, 50 to 100 millions years ago. You have to find such resources. So whatever resources we are having now, we have to use it very carefully, as they are very much important for us. Now the next resources, that is ocean resources. Now energy is obtained from the large scale of oceans. So we have studied in standard 6th about the different energy resources from the ocean, that is tidal energy, hydroelectric energy. All these energies are produced with the help of the waves, sea waves, due to the high tide and the low tide. So the oceans are also useful for generating the electricity. Okay. And even in the earth's crust we have a marine wealth. Okay. So uh, ocean resources, we are getting many marine resources, such as we are getting chromium, phosphate, copper, zinc, iron, lead, manganese, sulfur. All these things we are getting in ocean and the sea beds. Also we are getting some seafood from the seas. So most of the people love the seafoods, and this seafoods is available in the sea. Many animals you can find in the sea. You can find many different valuable things also. For example, pearl, shell, then seahorse, different kinds of fish you can find in soil, in the sea resources. Okay. Then here you can see these are all the resources that are found in the oceans. These are found in the oceans. Now India is the first mineral oil well that India had found, that is called as Sagar Samrat, which was drilled in 1974. So in 1974 the first mineral oil came to an exist, that was known Sagar Samrat, which is in India. Okay. Now this natural gas which are formed in the well, these are carried with the help of the pipe to the different place called as Uran. Okay. So this is how the oil, when the oils are found in the oceans, there is a pipe connected to that ocean through which the oil can be carried out from one place to another. And in India, the first mineral oil well, which was named as Sagar Samrat, was drilled in 1974. Okay. So this is about the